Well, in case you hadn't heard, the Raiders are coming to town. That's right, the NFL gave the thumbs up last month for them to relocate from Oakland to Las Vegas in the next couple of years. There were some twists and turns in the road getting them here, so we talked to Mayor Carolyn Goodman about how we landed an NFL team and a local economist on what kind of impact it will have on our community. This was the scene across the city of Las Vegas and the surrounding community March 27th. That was the day it was announced the Oakland Raiders received the okay from the NFL to pack up and move to Las Vegas. But this day was many years in the making. In fact, it could actually date back to when a brand new Mayor Oscar Goodman said, to be a great city, we need to be safe, have great medical care, culture, and a professional sports team.
But one of the reasons I ran was to continue the vision that he had, but also this was a piece of it. So I have always been bent on trying to pursue major league sports in the city.
But our current mayor, Carolyn Goodman, says wanting it and getting it has been quite the roller coaster ride with many stops and starts. When Governor Brian Sandoval signed legislation during a special session in October of 2016 to build a stadium and expand our convention center, those in favor of the Raiders moving here were encouraged. But then,
and I know you recall this, Sheldon Adelson said, I am taking my $650 off the table, which left the whole thing in limbo until the Raiders were able to find financing.
Which they did. So again, we move forward. City leaders and local economists say whether you like football or not, this is a huge victory for our community.
Yeah, we do expect they're going to be significant. Anytime you have a $1.9 billion investment in your community, it's going to be of significant economic impact.
Let's just start with construction jobs to expand the convention center and build the stadium.
We know, for example, that the construction industry was the hardest hit by the economic downturn. As a matter of fact, we in this community, lost 2 out of every 3. That's 66% of construction workers were displaced during the economic downturn. From that perspective, the fact that we're putting construction workers back to work is incredibly important for this community.
Aguirre says nearly 50 events will take place at the stadium each year, from Raiders and UNLV games to concerts, bringing in more and more tourists.
30% of our economy directly supported by visitors' choices to get on a plane or get in a car and come to Southern Nevada. 150,000 hotel rooms, the second busiest origination and destination airport in the United States. And every one of those visitors spends somewhere between $650 and $750 per person per trip.
And let that ripple effect continue to widen, and you have what he calls indirect and induced impact on the economy.
Think about everybody that will supply goods and services, from security to silverware to food to the stadium. All of those business, many of which will be located in Southern Nevada, will add more employees, get more sales, all of those type of things. Then we think about all of the folks that work either for the stadium or benefit from that visitor spending that we were just talking about. Those are wages and salaries that they go back to their communities.
How could it get any better? Well, according to Mayor Carolyn Goodman, it could get better if the stadium were built downtown.
And what we have in the downtown is we already have the infrastructure in place at Cashman, 52 acres with adjoining acreage that perhaps could amount to just under 100 acres that we could contribute to the project to build a stadium.
She says there would be space for 40,000 parking spots, and with Project Neon, there would be 7 access points to the stadium. She believes the construction downtown would be faster and a lot less expensive. The ride to get the Raiders here was bumpy, with several starts and stops. Deciding where the stadium will be built will likely have its own bumps in the road. Meanwhile, many community leaders, economists, and of course football fans believe there's still plenty to celebrate while we work our way through that next phase. This, of course, comes on the heels of the NHL approving a team for Las Vegas. The Golden Knights will start playing later this year.